Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, here is the finished spotlight car. And I just got it tacked on the corners with epoxy to hold this spotlight. And I just lightly sprayed the car black to hide all the imperfections in it. And the fact that I cut 1.5 inches out of it. And as you can see, it doesn't look too bad. The nice thing about it, of course, is the fact that it works and it didn't cost anything. So I just put this back on the rail, just got it painted, and it's really, really simple. And really all I did was added a magnet to ride on the center rail, and I soldered a wire directly to the rear axle. And it gives a good electrical connection. And the nice thing about that magnet, of course, is that it's attracted to the rail. It's not just riding it like a roller or the contactor on a Marx locomotive. This actually attaches itself and remains in contact with the rail all the way around. Anyway, so I just got this finished and sprayed. Let's take it around. As you can see, it works absolutely perfectly. And the nice thing about it, of course, is the fact that I made it myself. It's a great way to use old parts. And that's why I always say, if you can find parts cheap, buy them, because you never know when you're going to use them. And in this case, a bunch of junk parts and an hour of my time, and I now have a working searchlight car. It didn't cost anything. It works as good as an original, made out of original parts. And the best part, of course, is the fact that it just simply works. So it was a fun project. It actually only took about an hour to make this. The hardest part, or the most time-consuming part, was actually cutting that flat car down. I cut 1.5 inches out of it, epoxied it back together, and then just got that magnet installed and epoxied. And like I said, this is just tacked, so I could pop this right back off of here again. But I just wanted to get an idea of what it was going to look like if I painted this black to match that black base. And I think it looks all right, considering. I mean, it's far from perfect, but it was also free and made out of stuff out of the parts box. So you really can't complain about it. And it works really well. It'll stay on the rail. It's almost flicker free, as you see. And it's good and bright, even at moderate speeds. So that's less than 50% power. And pulling, I think there's 12 cars on here. So it works. That's the neat thing about it. Anyway, for now, I'll just go ahead and run it. And if I decide to improve it, modify it, whatever, the only thing I would really do to it now, I think, is make a good solid mounting. Like I said, I just got that tacked with a couple of drops of epoxy just to do this final test. But for all intent and purpose, it's finished. It works. It's self-contained. Wiring is good. Not pretty, but you know, this thing is crude. It's handmade out of junk. But the neat thing about it, of course, is just the fact that it works. So I now have a searchlight car on the plastic consist. So I'll be running this. I'll very likely just leave it on here. Put it in different spots and see how it runs. For right now, I've got it right at the end with the caboose. But it sure does work. Neat thing about it. And it looks all right. Far from perfect, but good enough considering what it's made out of. And of course, it was free. So really difficult to beat that. Anyway, so a Marx searchlight car made out of junk. Just got it finished. I'll go ahead and run this now and just see how it goes. So far, so good. It looks good. It works well. That's the important thing. And I had the satisfaction of building it myself. So anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video on this. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email. BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, Thank you for watching.